All right, welcome.
Yep.
This week's edition of Deals Revealed. Listen, we got it all this week. We've got the top restaurant news, sales listings, franchise opportunities. We've got dancing robots, out of control robots. We've got viral CEOs. It's all coming at you. Welcome. I'm Robin Gagnon.
And I'm Rob Morrison. Lots of fun stuff ahead. We're bringing you the biggest news of the week. So whether you're looking to buy, sell, or even join our brand as a franchisee, this is absolutely the place to be.
Yeah, we've got it. Restaurant news, sales, new listings, and those insider tips on what's moving the market, plus everything going viral online about restaurants. Drop your questions in the comments. We'll answer them live.
Yeah, and if you're watching live, say hello. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're catching a replay, type replay so we know that you stopped by.
All right, let's dive in. What's happening in the restaurant marketplace? Here are the top insights of the week. Okay, this is a big one.
It is.
Burger King fires the king and bets on the audience.
Wow.
So, one of the biggest stories in the restaurants this week didn't happen in the kitchen. It happened during the Oscars.
Right. Burger King launching a brand new campaign called There's a New King, and It's You. And to kick it off, they officially fired the famous King mascot, the one that had been part of the brand for over 2 decades.
Okay, just face it. He was a little creepy.
I never really got that. Yeah.
And this, especially that time when it's like his head was massive.
Yeah.
All right. And it wasn't a fun marketing stunt getting rid of the king. The ad openly admitted, listen, fast food fell off, guest complaints were up, old restaurants, slow service, mistakes, right?
Yeah.
But that kind of honesty from a major brand is pretty rare, and consumers are actually responding.
Yeah, and what makes it even more interesting is what's behind the campaign. Burger King headed into 2026 with some real momentum here. Years of corporate investments, operations improvements, and franchisee-funded remodels. This campaign is designed to translate all of that work into stronger sales growth.
Oh, right. And they're not stopping at the Oscars. That was the rollout, but now they're up into all the March Madness games where the brand's looking to get in front of the broadest possible audience. They think Burger King is for everyone.
Sure. For operators and buyers, this is what a brand investing in its own future looks like. When the franchisor is all in, the whole system benefits.
Okay, from one fast food chain to another, let's talk about this. The McDonald CEO goes viral for all the wrong reasons, right? One of the most talked about restaurant moments of the week, it wasn't from a new menu launch, it was from a CEO just taking a bite.
That's right. You've probably seen it, the McDonald's CEO posting a video tasting the new Big Arch Burger. What should have been a simple promotion quickly took off online, but not for the reasons the brand was expecting.
Yeah, the viewers, like they focused in on how he ate that burger.
Yeah.
So it was like this tiny little careful bite. And the overall delivery, we're like, is this real or is it staged?
That's right. The internet does what it does, responds very fast. Comments and memes, even competition responses rolling in. Other brands showing their leaders, Burger King included, taking big confident bites to make a point.
Oh, yeah. I love it. What stands out here, it's not the burger, though. It's the reaction. Like, you cannot fool anyone. Consumers, they're going to pick up on anything that feels overly scripted or disconnected.
Yeah, and it matters for every restaurant owner and seller. Buyers are doing the same thing. They're looking past the surface and asking if the business is real, sustainable, and authentic.
So, this moment, it's a reminder of this authenticity. It's not a marketing strategy. It's something people can feel instantly. So whether you're selling a burger or selling a business, credibility and confidence show up in the smallest details.
How about this one, Robin?
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. The restaurant robot is going completely rogue. Everyone's seen it.
Take a look.
We have to talk about it. It was the most entertaining restaurant story of the week. It has nothing to do with a new menu item or celebrity chef. It's the robot. A dancing robot in pure absolute chaos.
Yeah, so a humanoid robot at a hot pot restaurant in San Jose, California was brought in to perform a dance routine as part of a promotional event. What could possibly go wrong there, right? Turns out everything went wrong.
You can see it. This robot went full rogue. He is knocking over tableware, smashing plate. The chopsticks, they're flying across the dining room like it was auditioning for an action movie. Guests just trying to enjoy their meal, and suddenly, total mayhem.
That's right. Here's the detail that's going to live in our heads, rent-free. The robot was wearing an orange apron, and the words "I'm good" was printed across the front, big bold letters. Robot actively destroying the restaurant was wearing an apron that said "I'm good."
Anything but, right? It took 3 employees to get this thing under control. One had to grab it by the back of the neck while another was scrolling through an app looking for the off switch while dodging these sauce-covered swinging arms. No one signed up for that shift.
Yeah, and of course the video went viral instantly, mixed in with all the laughs with some pretty legitimate questions like, why is there no physical emergency off button? Why do you need an app to shut this thing down?
Wow, someone in the comments said, and listen, I'm not making this up, they said, this is how the Terminator timeline actually begins. Not with a bang, but with a boogie. Honestly, we can't argue with that.
That's pretty funny. What makes it even more interesting is that it was not just some random tech experiment. It's a restaurant that had invested heavily in automation. Robot chefs, robot food delivery even.
Yeah, it was going to be this big promotional moment tied to a Disney film release. Safe to say that went in a completely different direction. 3 employees, flying chopsticks, and an apron that said, I'm good. Not the highlight reel anyone was expecting.
Wow. All right, so let's transition here and move into this week's top new listings. Some opportunities spanning Indiana, South Carolina, and Arizona this week, representing 3 very different paths to restaurant ownership. High-volume nightlife concept in a downtown entertainment district, all the way to an established frozen yogurt franchise in one of the Charleston area's fastest-growing communities, and a stunning turnkey space in a high-income Phoenix suburb ready for a brand new concept. These listings offer options for buyers at every level.
Yeah, the connection point, it's proven infrastructure, whether a buyer's drawn to verified earnings, a simple and manageable franchise model, or beautifully built out space with a drive-through in this wealthy market. Each restaurant gives a new owner a strong foundation to step into ownership with confidence.
Okay, so the first one here is listing number 36994. It's in Indianapolis, Indiana, and it's represented by Eric and Bobby Irwin. It's listed at just over $1.6 million. 2-level nightlife concept sits in the heart of downtown Indianapolis's entertainment district within walking distance of 2 pro sports stadiums, the convention center, and some of the city's top hotels and high-end condos. Upstairs delivers a New Orleans-inspired bar experience with frozen cocktails and indulgent bar fare.
I wonder if our restaurant broker checked this out so he could write this so carefully.
It sounds very specific.
Right.
Downstairs, a full nightclub is what's considered the best sound system in the city, driving high-energy DJ programming. The numbers back it up. This restaurant and bar for sale generated over $2.6 million in sales with an owner benefit of over $624,000, reflecting clean books, strong margins, and a loyal repeat customer base. It's a big footprint, as you can imagine, over 3,200 square feet. It seats 60 guests and flows seamlessly from dining to bar to nightclub. 4 polished bars and a fully equipped kitchen are supported by a seasoned team of 21 employees, plus a general manager already in place. The listing is SBA eligible with as little as 15% down for qualified buyers, making it one of the most compelling acquisition opportunities in the Midwest right now.
That's pretty amazing. Now we're going to shift to Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, listing 36782, represented by Chase Klaus and listed at $200,000. It's an established frozen yogurt franchise on the Highway 41 corridor in one of Charleston's most desirable communities. It's surrounded by Park West, Dunes West, and Rivertown. These are these neighborhoods known in Charleston. Strong household income, steady foot traffic, annual sales of $338,000, delivers an owner benefit of around $65,000. So you've got a nationally recognized franchise brand, 1,200 square foot shop, seating 22. So efficiency. And something some people want. They want an easy concept like this, no complex cooking, no alcohol service, and you've already got a cross-trained team in place. Rents $4,000 a month roughly with a lease in place and options to extend. So growth opportunities wide open, local marketing, school and youth fundraisers, birthday events, so many things you can do with the family demographics of this market.
That sounds good. So here's our third featured opportunity this week. It's listing 36657. It's in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it's represented by Doreen Gorman. It's listed at $250,000. A rare chance to step into a immaculately built out, modern, and truly turnkey space in a high-income area of the Phoenix Metro Valley, where median household incomes exceed $100,000. It's a second-generation opportunity for a buyer ready to bring their own independent concept into a stunning, ready-to-operate location. Space features a drive-through. You don't find those every day.
That's great.
Indoor dining and an outdoor patio there, creating multiple revenue channels from day one. The location does not include a hood system, making it ideal for cold prep concepts, thinking gourmet soda bars or frozen
that's on
yogurt.
the rise, yeah.
Yeah, gelato, smoothie bowls, juice bars, specialty desserts. There's a lot of different creative beverage forward concepts that could work there. It's the kind of space that would cost far more to build out from scratch, positioned in a market with a spending power to support that premium concept.
All right. Every new listing we talk about today represents a different ownership strategy. High earning nightlife concept in Indianapolis, simple improvement franchise in South Carolina, hot market of Charleston, beautiful drive-through space in Scottsdale. Ready for the right creative concept.
Yeah, so if any of these opportunities aligns with your goals, click Get Complete Package to review financials and additional details. Our certified restaurant brokers are ready to guide you through valuation, financing options, and next steps so you can move forward with confidence.
All right. Now, here's something every restaurant owner is thinking about selling, needs to focus on right now. The market for well-prepared sellers never been stronger. The key word there, prepared.
Yeah. Buyers in 2026, we're learning, are more sophisticated. They're moving fast on the right listings and walking away just as quickly from the wrong ones. The days of purchasing a restaurant solely based on potential are behind us. Today's buyers want a clear financial picture, proven cash flow, and operational consistency.
And here's what that means in practice. Financial documentation, it matters more than ever. Buyers will not move forward without complete financials, and they will walk away when information is incomplete or inconsistent. So that organization of tax returns, P&L statements, balance sheets before listings, that will compress their time on market.
Absolutely. And there's another layer to this that a lot of sellers are missing. Buyers are now combining financial data with digital footprint analysis, online review trends, average ticket growth, third-party delivery mix, and customer frequency patterns all being reviewed together. Your online presence is part of your valuation these days.
Unbelievable, right? So sellers winning right now are the ones who started preparing early. The strongest exits didn't begin when the listing agreement was signed. It started 18 to 20 months earlier, securing lease extensions, reducing expense volatility, documenting the systems, and strengthening management teams.
So here's the good news. At We Sell Restaurants, year-to-date transaction volume is up more than 25%.
Woo!
Yeah.
Big number.
Busy, a clear sign that buyers are active and sellers who prepare strategically are getting the results they hoped for. If you've been thinking about your exit, now is the time to start the conversation.
And that brings us right to buyers, because if sellers are preparing more strategically, that creates a better environment for buyers listening today too. More organized listings mean cleaner due diligence, faster paths to ownership.
Yeah, the ownership, the opportunity in this market is real. Growth-oriented buyers are choosing acquisition over new construction because it's faster, often more capital efficient, and immediately revenue producing. You're not waiting 2 years to open. You're stepping right into a business that's already running.
And buyers, though, do need to focus on what they're looking for. You don't want to buy revenue, buy cash flow. A restaurant doing $2 million with strong margins is a completely different asset than one doing $2 million at break even though the top line looks identical.
Exactly. And look closely at how the restaurant is built. Restaurants that have built direct online ordering, loyalty programs, and customer databases demonstrate control. They own the guest relationship. And in 2026, digital maturity is part of the valuation.
The buyers who win now are the ones who do their homework, move decisively on great listings, and work with people that know this market inside out. You know any of those people?
Well, I know exactly who it is. We sell restaurants. That's what we do. Whether you're buying your first restaurant or adding to your portfolio, we do that a lot. Our team works with buyers every single day to find the right fit in the right market at the right price. The listings are out there. Let us help you find yours.
And speaking of finding them, this is a focus on this week's sold restaurants. So we're going to highlight how different motivations lead to the same successful outcome when the right buyer meets the right opportunity. So we're going to look at something from a 20-year legacy exit in the Colorado foothills and shift gears to Florida's Gulf Coast, where both deals demonstrated how brokerage guidance and the right buyer match turn transactions into success stories.
Yeah, and what connects these two closings is seller clarity. Whether the motivation was a well-earned retirement or a practical decision to consolidate operations geographically, both sellers came to the table with a defined reason to exit, and that made all the difference in how smoothly each deal moved to closing.
All right, we're going to head to Morrison, your last name, Morrison, Colorado. Did you know what's out there? It was deal represented by Steve and Cindy Weinbaum with We Sell Restaurants Corporate, the listing, 18397. It's just west of Denver, known for the Red Rocks Amphitheater.
Yep.
That's an amazing amphitheater. It's a kind of tight-knit community that builds loyalty around local businesses. So the restaurant had been operating successfully for 2 decades, not by accident, but because that owner understood the market and executed consistently for 20 years. The seller's story is one of the most compelling ownership arcs in the industry. He started where so many people do, manager of this very restaurant, learned it from the inside, bought it himself, ran it for 20 years until retirement was not just deserved, it was earned.
Yeah.
Not a distressed exit, it was a seasoned professional stepping back from a business at the height of its performance. Steve and Cindy matched the listing with a buyer whose background in supply chain and food industry gave him concrete operational knowledge. He understands cost structure, sourcing, efficiency, and systems that keep a kitchen running profitably. It's his first restaurant, but he stepped in with 20 years of proven performance and a loyal customer base. Our banking partners supported the financing, reflecting the strength and credibility. So really we're looking at 4 things driving this buyer's decision. Strong sales, high earnings, the potential for growth, and longevity that confirmed this concept and location. They were built to last.
All right. Well done, Steve and Cindy. Next, let's go to Venice, Florida. And this one was done by Michael and Abby Spizzeri with We Sell Restaurants, Florida, Sarasota, Tampa East, and West Territory. And it was our old listing, number 33024. Now it's a sold listing. Venice sits along Florida's Gulf Coast, a growing market of transplants who've traded the northern winters, and it was a tough one this year, for year-round sunshine. And who brings their spending habits with them? Well, those very buyers. This listing came to market as an asset sale, giving the incoming operator the physical infrastructure, the equipment, fixtures, and build-out without inheriting the previous owner's brand or concept. For the right buyer, not a limitation, it was exactly the point. The seller was a seasoned multi-location operator whose decision to sell had nothing to do with underperformance. His other location was close to home. Venice was not. An experienced operator who understands his own capacity and consolidates on his own terms is exactly the kind of seller who produces a straightforward, cooperative transaction. So Michael and Abby found exactly the right buyer for this blank canvas, you could say. The new owner had spent years dividing time between Florida and the Northeast. I think we call those snowbirds. Long enough to know he was ready to make the move permanently. He and his brother are relocating to Florida full-time and bringing their Philadelphia-inspired concept with them. The asset sale gave them everything they needed: functional space, freedom to build their own brand, and a market ready to welcome the comfort food they plan to bring south. I wonder if it's cheesesteaks.
Oh, I bet it could be. And you know what's great, Rob, because these transactions reflect what we do at every closing. We're matching that right buyer to the right opportunity, structuring deals around real conditions, guiding both sides to the details that turn negotiations into a successful closing.
So if you're thinking about selling your restaurant or are ready to explore what your business is worth, our certified restaurant brokers are ready for a confidential conversation. Click Get Complete Package or reach out to a broker today to take the next step.
All right, now we're going to focus on some hot listings. They're going to move into the sold category soon. They span Missouri and Florida, represent two very different paths into restaurant ownership. Pizza and Bar in North Kansas City with serious infrastructure. Absentee-run Mexican restaurant in West Palm Beach. Strong traffic and flexible concepts. Two listings offering buyers real opportunity to step in and grow from day one.
Yeah, and what makes them hot listings is that they stand out in value already built into each location, whether a buyer wants a high volume full bar operation with room to expand or an affordable and flexible concept in a densely populated South Florida market. Both of these restaurants offer proven infrastructure and a clear path to ownership.
All right, the first listing is listing 36848 in North Kansas City, Missouri, represented by Tony Maselli. This is a second generation space and full bar sitting in a 4,000 square foot space with 115 seats inside and 44 on the patio. It's backed by 53 parking spaces, accessible all hours, full liquor license.
There you go.
Super important. It's ready for immediate bar sales from day one. Kitchen's built for volume, includes a budget double-deck pizza oven, commercial Hobart mixer, fryers. Oh my gosh, he listed all out. There's a whole lot here.
There's a lot.
Yes, make tables, Thrive POS system. The bar is equally well appointed. The back bar refrigeration, glass door reach-ins, ice bins with speed rails and bar sinks. Everything's moving efficiently through that kind of equipped space. The layout supports dining, take-in, delivery, and catering with a defined pickup station and efficient expo line. Get this. The seller generated nearly $1.5 million in sales.
Wow.
Right. He's retiring, making it a clean handoff. The lease, incredibly favorable. Get this. Occupancy cost $29.72 a month for 4,000 square feet.
Big space.
Yeah. Current term through 2029 and cooperative landlord focused on continuity.
All right. Tony is thorough out there. I wonder
Yeah,
how
he is.
many forks are transferring in this deal. So let's talk about our next listing here, 37046. It's in West Palm, Florida. It's represented by Ken Eisenband, listed at just $135,000. It's an established Mexican restaurant that's been operating for 11 years, since 2015, and it generated about $440,000 in sales, net owner benefit of nearly $60,000 in 2024, all verified by tax returns. The current owner operates absentee, managing only admin functions, giving a hands-on owner-operator immediate room to increase involvement and grow the bottom line. It's a 2,000 square foot space that seats 30 guests, sits on a busy roadway that sees more than 45,000 vehicles per day, surrounded by a daytime population of more than 157,000 and more than 160,000 residents within a 3-mile radius. The monthly rent there is just $4,400 all in. That covers your CAM, taxes, water, and trash too. And that lease runs through February 2027, so there's an opportunity to negotiate. The kitchen features a 14-foot exhaust hood over a flat-top grill, fryer, 4-eye burner with oven, 2 candy stock pot burners, all in excellent condition with room to add additional equipment. A 2 COP beer and wine license transfers with the sale, along with the current menu, recipes, and concept if the buyer chooses to keep it. The layout is also flexible enough to convert to Latin or breakfast and lunch, burger and chicken, nearly any concept a new owner can envision, they can bring there.
All right. Hot concepts, hot listings reflect what today's buyers are looking for. Operational infrastructure in place, real sales performance, and locations positioned to support continued growth.
Yeah, so if one of those opportunities stands out to you, click on Get Complete Package to review financials and additional details. Our certified restaurant brokers are ready to guide you through the process and help determine if one of those listings is the right fit for your next move in the restaurant world.
All right. And speaking of those certified restaurant brokers, let's move into our core values and testimonials. At We Sell Restaurants, we measure success not just by closed transactions, but by the relationships built along the way. Our brokers on our team bring expertise, dedication, a genuine commitment to every client they serve, and sometimes the best way to illustrate that, let the clients speak for themselves.
Yep. So this week we have two testimonials from sellers who recently worked with our certified restaurant brokers in Florida and Georgia. What comes through in both of these stories is something that goes beyond the transaction. It's about feeling supported, informed, and confident from the first conversation all the way to closing.
All right, we're going to start in Broward County, where James Lopez shared his experience working with franchise partner Ken Eisenband. He said, "I've known Ken for many years and have always been impressed by his knowledge of the restaurant industry in the South Florida market. He's a true professional who approaches restaurant brokerage with integrity, attention to detail, and a genuine commitment to helping his clients succeed."
That's great to hear. It's very true. That kind of long-term trust is something that can't be manufactured. When a client who has known the broker for years and still speaks to their integrity and commitment, tells you everything you need to know about that broker, showing up for his client every transaction, every single time.
All right, let's head to Georgia Northwest, where Luis Marcano shared his experience working with certified restaurant broker Paul Rogers. Luis said, "Paul is amazing. He helped me sell my restaurant to the perfect buyer and always acted in the best interest of the deal. I never once felt pressured, and I'm glad to have walked away with a good deal. This is my third transaction with We Sell Restaurants and won't consider anyone else."
That's impressive. What stands out there, it sounds like not just the result, it's the relationship, right? A client returning for a third transaction, one of the strongest endorsements a broker can receive. It reflects consistency, trust, and a process that delivers for sellers time and time again.
Stories like these remind us behind every successful transaction is a partnership built on trust, professionalism, careful attention to details that matter to our clients.
Yeah, so thanks to James and Luis and every client who's trusted We Sell Restaurants with one of their most important decisions of their professional lives. It's your confidence in our brokers that drives everything we do, and we're honored to be part of your journey. If you've worked with one of our certified restaurant brokers and would like to share your experience, we'd love to hear about it.
All right. And speaking of those certified restaurant brokers, every single day across this country, owners are making one of the biggest decisions of their lives: buying, selling, transitioning years of hard work into something new. These are not small moments. They're defining decisions that impact families, employees, and entire communities.
And every one of those moments needs a trusted expert in the room, someone who understands how restaurants operate, can read financials, evaluate risk, and guide both sides through a complex process, not just about listing a business. It's about getting a deal across the finish line in the right way.
And that's what we've built at We Sell Restaurants, a system designed specifically for restaurant transactions. And right now, the opportunity to be part of that system has never been stronger. Brands are more disciplined, buyers are more educated, the transaction market is active.
More sellers are preparing for exit, more buyers are entering the market, more opportunities require experienced guidance. This is where professionals who understand the process create real value for both sides.
And here's what makes this different from owning a restaurant: no inventory, no kitchen emergencies, no Friday night staffing crises, no robots going crazy on you. Instead, you're building a professional practice, advising clients, and helping people navigate important decisions with proven systems behind you.
Yep, and you're not doing it alone. You have a national brand, marketing support, technology platforms, and a network of experienced brokers, all focused on one goal: selling more restaurants and delivering successful outcomes for all.
So, for anyone who wants to stay connected to the restaurant industry while stepping into a more strategic role, it's a clear path forward.
Yep, if you have a background in restaurants, franchising, or business in general, and you're ready for your next chapter, visit WeSellRestaurants.com/franchise to learn more about joining the nation's only franchise brand built exclusively around restaurant sales.
And we can't talk about restaurant sales without talking about brands we work with and restaurant resales. That franchise brokerage opportunity caught your attention, then the franchise resale market should as well, because many of today's most informed buyers are focusing their search in that direction.
Yeah, many people assume buying a franchise means starting from zero, signing agreements, building out a space, hiring a team, waiting to build that market awareness. That process takes time, capital, and a lot of patience.
But there's another path. Franchise resales, and operators understand this, let you step into an existing operation with customers, staff, systems, and revenue from day one.
And that changes the conversation entirely. Instead of asking when the business will open, you're evaluating how it performs today and where it can go next, with real numbers and real trends already right there in front of you.
So these opportunities attract all kinds of buyers. First-time buyers get a clearer entry point with an existing team. Multi-unit operators get an efficient path to expansion without that build-out.
And the franchise brands benefit as well. When a location transitions to a qualified new owner, it can bring renewed focus and stronger execution and better results for the brand and the surrounding system.
Of course, not every resale is the same. Financial performance, lease terms, franchise requirements, all these things need carefully evaluation, and that's where our guidance matters.
Yeah, that's where We Sell Restaurants comes in. That's what we do every day. We connect qualified buyers with franchise resale opportunities and help both sides move forward with confidence. When you're ready to explore, visit us at WeSellRestaurants.com.
All right, that wraps up this week's top sales, dancing robots, listings, franchise opportunities. Remember, if you're buying, selling, or exploring a career in restaurant brokerage, we would love to help.
Great deals move quickly. Click the link in the comments or visit WeSellRestaurants.com to learn more.
If you enjoyed today's show, hit that thumbs up, share it with someone interested in restaurant ownership.
Yeah, follow our page so you never miss a new listing. We'll be back next Friday with more updates.
Have a great weekend, and remember, our name says it all. We sell restaurants.